All right, main topic, guys. We are going to be reviewing Fortnite and PUBG.
Yes. We're going
So-
to compare and contrast. Simon will review who will
That's right.
survive.
Let's start with Fortnite. Let's do that one
Let's do that
first.
first.
Fortnite's a good way to start off. My experience with Fortnite is somewhat limited. I haven't put hundreds of hours into it like some people have. But I played it for a little bit, just dabbled in it. I thought it was fun. I like the building mechanics. To be really good at that game, you definitely got to be good at sniping. That's just day one shit. There's a lot of janky, ridiculous plays in that game, like jumping on rockets and stuff like that. And blowing up people's towers that they spent all this time building and shit. I think that's kind of lame sauce. I feel like if they would take away blowing up other people's structures and you had to enter their structures and go in, that'd be more interesting. But I think it's a pretty good game.
We have it here. They took out the guided missiles for a while.
Yeah,
They came out and be like, yeah, we're taking these out for a bit. Thank God.
it's all right.
I feel like this is Fortnite, right?
Yeah, we're on Fortnite.
Yeah, I feel like the whole grenade thing just gonna ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because for me, for I played 2 weeks of it. I think I like Fortnite better. I think, but it just the building part was probably my favorite part of it.
I guess for me, I thought it was fun. I enjoyed a lot of aspects of the game. There are some things that I don't agree with. Again, like I said before, the how overpowered some of the weapons are, and that there is a meta right now to the game, and it's pretty much pump shotgun. It's it's rifle, pump shotgun, tac shotgun, and then shields and whatever. And pretty much you would shoot a guy with a pump shotgun, that would get rid of their shields and a bit of their health, and finish them off with a tac shotgun. And that pretty much became the majority of every load. I would suspect to the guy who killed me, and every loadout would be one rifle, the pump shotty, and then a tac shotty. Now there are people who run rifle, pump or tac shotty, and then sniper or the Magnum, something like that. The building mechanic is fun. It does lead to very fun plays. I've seen some very amazing plays coming out from building, and it leads to this wild and zany fights. You see people climbing on top of each other trying to get the better angle. You build make a launch pad, fly in. You build a sky base, shoot from above, death from above. But yeah, there are some weapons I don't agree with, the guided rocket. I thought that should not be in the game in general because that was just too broken in my opinion. Being able to control a rocket and pretty much follow a squad as they're running away and just be squad wipe.
I think Fortnite has the same problem that Revenge of the Sith had. You got to have the high ground to win. And it makes no goddamn sense.
It's over, Anakin.
I understand your idea about going in structures. The problem with that is then, because it's a high ground game, and you would be at you'd be on the bottom of the structure, and you would just be at a disadvantage walking in. It's another game we're going to talk about later. People will camp upstairs in buildings because you only got one way in, unless you know where they are exactly, and you can throw a great grenade. Most people will camp up there. Unfortunately, in those kind of games, high ground's got the advantage. Going into their structure to have to take it down. If you build your structure a certain way, too, they can't take it all down at once. A lot of people just build the simple base, though, because they don't want to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I think the popular thing you see is people building towers straight up.
I think the building aspect is very cool. I think it's a little overpowered. I think they should have to, I don't think my opinion is cut down on the resources. These structures get way too damn big at the end.
Well, especially the towers when you're in the center of the circle.
I have been in a game where a guy has built straight up.
Straight metal
and
towers.
And then straight to metal, basically, it was like a force field. He was trying to cover the sun.
Yeah.
He just had the whole.
Because he didn't want people jumping in from the top.
No,
you couldn't go any higher.
Yeah.
Wow.
He literally was just building on top and then shooting down.
I jumped into a squad game, and what I saw was they built a tower straight up, and they'd have people build metal walls around it. So you had to shoot through the metal wall around it first, then shoot the tower. And I was like, that's genius, and also fuck you.
Yeah.
I feel like the other problem too is there is a lack of ammo in that game sometimes. To get a good amount of ammo, you have to kill people.
So if you can max on resources like that.
So if your early game isn't good, your late game is not going to be good.
Yeah.
And so unless you face someone like you in the end game, who's kind of short on ammo and short on materials, you're in trouble.
I guess that goes into part of the gameplay is that for those of you who never played Fortnite, the weapons are not. You would find there's rarity to the weapons. It's white is common.
Yeah, I hate that.
Green is uncommon. blue is rare,
It's like a throwback to the
purple is
MMO.
epic,
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
a
orange is
callback to
legendary.
MMO for
Yeah.
sure.
And pretty
Back
much
to those.
the better the rarity of the gun, the better the gun performs. Like it does more damage, it has better accuracy, it's better like recoil, rate of fire.
Right.
It does more because I know the epic and legendary assault rifles are pretty much the scars from PUBG. And if you get those, you are pretty much like a sniper. You can just dink people from halfway across the map with those damn things. And the shotguns also have rarities, like the pump shotgun, the tactical shotguns, they go up in rarity as well. You have pistols, you have your semi-autos, then you have your magnum and revolver. You have your magnum, which is your magnum.
Got that deagle.
You got the Juan Deeg. You don't play CS:GO. Juan Deeg. And then you had your revolvers, which is I've seen people do plays with that. Then you have your snipers. You have your hunting rifle, which is a sniper with no scope. You have your regular bolt-action sniper rifle, and then you can get a semi-auto sniper rifle later on if you find one. And then those rocket launchers. You have grenade launchers, egg launcher.
They need some jokey weapons like in that game, kind of like some of the jokey weapons
Oh,
in
the
Ratchet and Clank.
boogie bomb, where they throw it's a grenade. If you get blasted by it, you start dancing.
Yes. Or something that shoots chickens or some shit, like something just
Yeah, there's
ridiculous.
that. The egg launcher, it just shoots eggs.
Well,
It's a grenade launcher that shoots eggs.
Chickens.
It was chickens, not eggs.
And then if
Nothing-
you attack the chickens or shoot the chickens or the chickens get hurt, then you get attacked by a swarm of chickens, a la Legend of Zelda. No! They need more jokey weapons.
Hashtag Triforce.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Nice.
I will say this. So here's the few things that bother me. I think PC gamers have an advantage because you can macro the keys to build,
Yep.
which makes it a lot easier. The PS4 and the Xbox,
Oh, you can't change the keys on. You can't change the.
you can if you've got an Elite controller. Like for the Xbox One, you can change things, but it's still
It's really cumbersome.
it's not as fluid,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work as quickly. Building in like Xbox or PS4 is a lot slower than PC. PC, you're just like
Yeah,
I've
seen people build PC like they literally like this building up, and then the Xbox is like
in a game that is like I understand that the premise is to be able to make your own cover and everything, which I mean I get what they're getting at. But if you can't do it quickly, time is always a factor in a battle royale game, especially in a map that is not that big for 100 people.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very rare. I mean, I've been in PUBG games where I don't see people to the end. I've been in Fortnite games and see people right away. I've never made it halfway through a game without seeing someone. Doesn't mean I didn't engage, but I've gone 20, 30 minutes in a PUBG game without even seeing anyone.
I mean, I guess Fortnite answers that again with the destructible terrain. You have a lot more options to play. If you see a guy run to a building, you don't have to go to the front door. If you have grenades or just with your pickaxe or whatever, you can break down the wall that they're hiding behind and then surprise them. Like grenade, what's that? Boom! The wall behind you explodes.
I
You're
do.
like,
I do like the destructible terrain. I do like that aspect a lot.
Imagine if people could dig underground and make underground tunnels like in Vietnam and Fortnite. Oh no, it'd be a nightmare.
I will say that my thing about Fortnite was the building, because like, I think I went in Fortnite. It's the house that's like has a river around it. I forget what it was
I
called.
don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Loot Lake.
Yeah, Loot Lake.
Yep.
I just straight up built giant shit around it with a random team I had, and then I started building like bridges to go to other places. And I was just like ended up with a fortress, just chilling in
That's what you
that.
Did you
do.
plant bombs on your bridges like C4?
You get remote
No.
controls, yeah. You get remote
I didn't
controls.
get C4.
Yeah,
Like,
again,
I
you're
legit
lucky.
I landed there and I stayed there,
Okay.
and because it was just I didn't know the map.
I always try to land.
There's also like another thing I've seen with that
I always
game.
try to land places off the beaten path, like not
If you get
never in the
lucky
center.
or get a good spawn and good weapons, like you can pretty much just camp
Yeah.
out and like the location and just have a circle. Make sure like if the circle keeps closing on you, you just sit there the entire game and be like, "Come get me! I'm already set
What
up
do
my
you like?
castle."
Where do you like to land at, John? Like when you play?
I forgot the name. It's south. I usually land southeast corner of the map
Okay.
and make my way up.
What about you, Dan?
If I'm going solo, I like Sandy Shores. A few nice little houses, real quick to hit.
What direction of the map is that for the
Far
for
east.
noobs?
Far east.
Far east. Okay.
And then if I got a good squad and I know I can trust them, I love going to Tilted, especially the tower with the umbrella on the
Hey
side.
man, that might be gone now.
Yeah.
Oh,
good segue.
Jesus.
So let's talk about the asteroid.
Oh,
in
the
sky.
Easter egg asteroid.
Yeah. You
So
think
for
that's
those,
gonna land?
so
anytime
for
soon?
those of you who don't know,
That
there
asteroid
was
was going to take out the
when
Pattery furniture.
season 3 started, players noticed that there was a comet in the sky. There's this recurring comet in the sky, and then it would get bigger and bigger. And then in certain locations, I don't know how the hell people notice this, in certain cases, randomly their controller would vibrate. Some Reddit user found out that this was actually Morse code, and he translated the Morse code to SOS D5 418. SOS, if you don't know what that means, it just means help.
Yeah.
People don't save our ship, it's not, but it's just help. D5 is the grid location for Tilted Towers, and 418 is today.
While we're recording.
While we're recording.
Yeah.
And then people are theorizing that this meteor is going to land and destroy Tilted Towers today, or the end of season 3, whenever that is.
Mm-hmm. I think
it seems like a cool way to change the map, but it seems weird. Like, why would they get rid of one location on a map? Is it because it's too popular? People go there, are too ahead of other players?
I think I can answer that for you. I think because it's too popular, there's too much urban cover. If you know anything about like gunfighting, like getting into gunfights in a city is much more difficult than fighting out in an open field. You know, there's much more places that you can get shot from.
I'll say, like, I agree with that. Landing like Tilted Towers kind of feels like landing in someone playing PUBG, where you're just running around this like city, taking cover in buildings.
Mm-hmm. And I think since people have been playing the same map for so long, a little like little change to the map could still keep it fresh. So you just keep playing.
Well, they have done sporadic changes over time.
Yeah.
I mean,
they added a llama.